Okay. Yay! All right. So, welcome to Crown the Caddy for this week. We are going to be talking about overcoming fear and self-doubt. Does anyone ever deal with fear or self-doubt? I think that that's every single one of us, right? It's almost like it starts the day we join. We're like super excited and then we join and we're like, what am I doing? Like what was I thinking? We just start to doubt ourselves and it's so sad, but that's just what we do. Um so we're going to talk about that in just a minute. I do want to get started with some recognition. So it looks like Katie, I believe you may have accidentally submitted your numbers for the wrong week. So, Katie, I see your numbers and I am acknowledging that you turned them in. Thank you so much for turning them in. But when you submit them, they do default typically to the week that you're in. So if it was a new week already, which started in the Mary Kay system, the new week starts on Sunday. So once Sunday hits, when you go to submit, you have to use the drop down, which I'm sure you probably know this already, but um, you have to use the drop down to see, well, to make sure that you're picking the right week. So thank you so much, Katie, Tracy, Tiffany, and Scarlett, for turning your numbers in. And I want to congratulate our queen of bookings so far right now. And you guys, if you have numbers and you didn't turn them in, make sure you turn them in next week. And you can put them in the chat. So if you have bookings, here, I'll put which number or booking. Oh, that might be why. Okay. I don't know. Maybe you can change that too, but I'm not sure. Well, you said you did deliver them today. So maybe, I mean, you can like keep adding to it. It's not going to post yet because I can only post 1 week at a time. So if I post yours, it just overrides everyone else's that'll be posted right now. So it won't post yet. And you might be able to edit it, or you can just resubmit it and it might override what I already have. Or yeah, or you can change it. I don't know how that part works, but I'm pretty sure you can change it. So we're learning because I know we haven't been using the weekly accomplishment in touch too terribly long, but I do want everybody to get into the habit of doing it, especially as we build this national area, because it's where our people are going to pull recognition from. Once I have this delegated to someone else, that's where they're going to pull it from. So they all have access to it. So bookings, spaces, share calls, team members added, and then sales. So if you did not turn in your weekly accomplishments, please put those in the chat. And I do want to congratulate our queen of bookings so far right now with 5 bookings, and that is Scarlett. So way to go, Scarlett. Yay! I love your pom-poms so much. I need to go get some more. Now, I had one left and I lost it. I feel like I started with more than one, but I don't know. We need to go get some more. We need to go back to Hobby Lobby anyway, because there's some stuff there I want. So, okay. So congratulations, Scarlett, queen of bookings. Can you give us a real quick tip? What is something that is working for you right now for getting bookings?
So getting the leads, facial boxes, and then working women's appreciation is what I like to do to get, because you can get a lot of leads kind of all at once, and then you just follow through.
I love it. Yes, I love it. And I really like working women appreciation too for a couple different reasons. One, if you go get leads during the 9 to 5 window at a place like a bank or a doctor's office that closes at 5, or before 5, it's really being intentional, because then if your availability is weeknights and weekends, theirs probably is too, because working in a bank, they're not usually going to work on the weekends and they're not usually working at night. So if you want to get bookings, during the nights and weekends, then you go generate leads during the day doing working women appreciation where like first of all, they have a job, they have some income. That's part of our target market. But second, people like, that work at banks or even teachers, things like that, they're going to be people that typically would book a little bit easier into nights and weekends. So love the tip. Okay. So then we have faces. So I'm like trying to figure out looking on this graph. Um, did anyone see any faces this week? Because I'm trying to see where that is. I know it's on here. I don't know if it's under facials. If you had faces, put them in the chat. How about that? And especially if you put them in the form, because I just don't know
Do
what
you have to make sure that you select that it was a facial? Because sometimes it defaults in as like online or something funky. So when you put it in, you got to make sure you choose it, I guess.
because this isn't really like asking you how many faces did you see.
Right.
It's more asking you how much did you sell at a facial, right? Is that right?
Yes. Kind of what I got from it, yeah.
Okay. Well, then if you had faces this past week, put them in the chat. Because, yeah, we'll have to figure that part out. So, congratulations, Tiffany. She had a party this past week. Yay! All right. All right. Well, Tiffany, give us a tip. What's something that's working for you right now for booking and holding parties, or holding parties in particular, because you made it to the party?
Um, so I booked her earlier in the week and coached her, and it was actually supposed to be two separate ones, but her dad was another person I had booked and didn't realize it. So they all were at one. Um, and then she made her husband and son join us. It was kind of funny, but we all had a great time. And so basically, I'm just making sure I keep up with coaching everybody, asking questions every day, and making sure that I'm asking them about their skin and stuff like that. Just basically coaching everybody.
Coaching, coaching, coaching. Okay. And this was an in-home party? Like you went to their house?
Yep.
Okay. Cool, cool. Okay. So coaching, basically not just booking them and then just showing up and hoping that they answer the door, which I've probably done before, by the way. It doesn't work out too
I
well
know
in
I
my
have.
favor typically. Yeah, so, we live and learn and we keep going and we keep showing up. So learn from our mistakes. That'll make it a lot easier. So coaching is basically just between the day that you book them and the day that they're supposed to hold, you just ask them a lot of questions. You just stay in contact with them constantly. We don't assume that people are going to remember, y'all. A lot of people have a lot of stuff going on, right? Y'all already said you got some life going on, right? I forget things all the time. I will wake up knowing that I have a doctor's appointment or a chiropractor appointment and still forget it. Y'all, I've done that a lot of times. So it's not like, but you know what we do? We're like, oh, we're so bad at this. Like we take it so personally. It's not you, it's them. So you got to stay on top of them. And if they don't confirm with me the day of, I don't show up. It has to be the day of. We cannot confirm the day before and think they're going to show up. I don't care if it's a 10 a.m. Saturday appointment. You still have to confirm at 9 a.m. You still have to confirm the day of because people, they forget, things happen, things come up. And so if I'm coaching someone, I coach them all the way up until the appointment is about to happen, even if they don't respond. So even if they don't respond, I'm still like asking them questions. And then if it's been a few days and then now it's the day before and they haven't responded at all, I do let them know like, hey, because I haven't heard from you, I'm going to need to go ahead and reschedule. Would you like me to send you new dates? And then I just leave that paper in my booking notebook. I won't take it out until I've deleted them from my phone or rescheduled them. So that way my phone doesn't just get cluttered up with all these texts that, they're not list or not responding anymore. And sometimes they do respond. And sometimes they reschedule and sometimes they don't. But I always send that message because I've had this happen. There was a lady who, it was an in-home party, and I coached, nothing. So I'm like, well, I'm not going. Well, she calls me probably about like 5 or 10 minutes after it was supposed to start. And she's like, I'm here with my 5 friends. Like, all these ladies are here ready. Are you still coming? And I was like, no. Like, so now I make sure to always let them know I'm not coming because I don't know why she didn't respond to anything. And I mean, I don't think she ever rescheduled after that, but I'm not going to show up without a confirmation, but I do at least tell them now that, hey, I'm not showing up because you haven't confirmed. So that might be a good thing to do. Like, hey, since I haven't heard back and, I plan my days around my appointments, I'm going to need to go ahead and reschedule, something along those lines. But coaching is just asking lots of questions. So congratulations to Tiffany. Okay. Hold on. Sounds like, is Isis still on here? No. Okay. She sent me a text that it froze up for her. I'm gonna tell her to try to get back on.
Hi, Olivia.
Okay. All these technical issues today. So fun. Stop. Olivia. Okay. Oh, look at that big old hole in your mouth. What is that?
There's two.
No, it's a gone tooth now. Oh my goodness. Well, she lost her first tooth today. I mean, she didn't lose it. They literally ripped it out because it was not loose enough to pull out. Did it hurt?
Oh, so we tried the door first, and then I made it, and then she used floss and she tied it to my tooth, and then she tried pulling it, but the string is keep breaking, so I made up a new plan. And then she had some string, and then the string didn't break, so she tied it to, and then it felt kind of weird, and then she pulled it out, and it didn't work, but my tooth was so forward. And then we went to the mirror, and we looked at it, so wiggled it, and then Brooklyn pulled it out.
And that's what happened. Cool.
And then it bleeded a lot, and then she washed the tooth, and then she had a lot water full. She got water in her hands, and then I sucked it up, and then I switched it around, and then my spit was red because from the blood.
Nice. Okay. Very cool. Thanks for sharing with everybody. All right, your daddy's home. Go show him.
Yay! I want my tooth.
Oh my goodness.
My
You
tooth.
lose it, you get
Maya
no.
said hi, Olivia.
What?
She's a mess. Okay. Anyway, so next we have our queen of share calls. So share calls are on here. I just gotta find them. Oh yay! Okay. So Tracy, our queen of share calls with 5 share calls. So congratulations. Woo! I just realized I forgot to spotlight Tiffany. I'm going to spotlight you. So Tracy, what is working for getting share calls?
So I have like 6 Facebook parties going on right now. And so it is just doing the what you do in a Facebook party, and you doing the asking and doing the Facebook party thing and asking and the follow through, and I'm just asking and they're doing it. So that's it.
You're just asking.
And
It's
just
really
asking.
faces. It's because you're doing parties. So when you have parties,
Yeah.
you have people to work with, and hold on, don't go nowhere. So you have people to work with, and that's why you're getting all the share calls. So that's super exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so did anybody add team members? I think it auto-populates that too based on the week that you're filling out. Is that true? Did nobody have team members that actually joined between those dates? Because I know we just had some join yesterday, so those would count for. So we
Next
had
week.
some today, yesterday, so they'll be on next week. But did anybody add team members
Next week.
last week? No? Okay. I think Janet may have. So just make sure you're turning in your weekly accomplishments. If you need help on where to go to turn your weekly accomplishments in, let me know and I can walk you through how to do it. Melissa, I love that that towel is behind you. That is so fun. Don't y'all love that towel? It's great. I love it.
That's my makeshift Zoom thing that I use.
Perfect. Okay, so Janet did add some team members last week. So Janet, are you able to unmute and give us a tip? How are we sharing this business? How are we getting results, adding some team members? Or you can put it in the chat too, if that works. And I will, while you do that, I have to tell my daughter something. So give me 2 seconds.
Hi, can everyone hear me? I guess not.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yep.
Okay, I just wanted to share the quick tip. Really, I asked them to help me because I had a goal that I want to get the red jacket, and so I asked them, "Would you all help me? I need help with this," and they helped me, and so that's one of the tips that I use, just to ask for to help me build my business. They didn't know I really wanted to get the red jacket, but Miss Scarlett told me that's all I needed to get a red jacket. She and Miss Camilla said that. And I said, oh, I can get 3. And so that's what happened.
That's so exciting. So you asked for help. I think sometimes we're so afraid to ask for help and we're like, oh, I don't want to bother people. But I can't tell you how many times we've been at big events like Mary Kay events and people will be sharing their story. And they're sharing their story because they're either like new directors or new nationals or like the queen of sharing or, things like that. And they get to share their story. And it starts with, well, my consultant asked me for help. I only joined because she was trying to get in her red jacket or she was trying to earn a car and she asked me for help. So I love it. Yeah, asking for help is not a bad thing. And typically a new consultant, their first team members are people that they already know. And it's so fun to work with friends and family in this business. So congratulations. That's so exciting. Okay, so
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my one of them is on tonight. I'm so thankful.
Isis, I see. I'm so excited. So now we just got to work with all your ladies and get them set up with some kickoff parties and get them active. Once you have 3 active, you are officially a red jacket, and that's super exciting. So way to go. Okay, now next we have sales. So if you sold any products at all this past week, give us a little woo. I wish I knew why this computer won't let me, on my laptop I can do the reaction where it's like the hearts and things go across the screen. On my desktop it doesn't let me do that and I'm kind of sad. But if you had any sales this past week, you opened your store and sold anything, just woo! So I see Katie, Tracy, Scarlett, and Tiffany all sold products this past week. So congratulations, ladies, for opening your store. And okay, Angel, how much did you sell? Put it in the chat. How much product did you sell? Just drop it in the chat. Congratulations, everyone. And to our queen, I am putting this on your head, okay? Ta-da! Our queen is Tracy. Tracy. All right, Tracy. First of all, why don't you tell everybody how much you sold last week? I'm gonna wear this for you for a minute, all right? Just pretend this is on Tracy's head.
Okay. It was like 1147,
Hold on. 1,148 dollars.
Yes. $1,148.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm sure that these ladies would love to know how to sell $1,148. So what's working for you right now with selling?
Parties.
Oh my gosh. No, that's not what they want to hear.
Well, that's what's doing it. That's what's doing it. I'm sorry. That's not what you want to hear. That's what's doing it. I sold a Cadillac collection, and I'll tell you what else is doing it. And I tell this all the time, and we did training on this, and I will continue to say this. Those flyers, the 50% off flyers, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you don't want to, add that to give that to your customers, then don't do it. But I do it. If my customers spend over $50, I say your order has qualified for free shipping and 2 half off items off of this month's flyer. I give them the flyer, and every time I've only had maybe 2 people turn it down, but y'all, they always pick something off that flyer. And yes, it's half off. And no, I'm not making any money off of it, but I am getting a wholesale order from it. And my customer is trying new product. It is product that they have not had before, and it is product that they are trying. So it is a win-win situation. So that is it. That's what I'm doing. Parties, and I upsell with the flyer. Is it Monica? Yeah, Monica's flyer, and it works. So that's it. That's what I'm doing. Because I'm submitting for DIQ April 1st. So I got to do something.
That's exciting. I'm so excited. Okay, so
Yes.
Tracy is the queen of 50% off, and she talks about it all the time. She talks about it like I forget that it exists. I always forget that it exists. It's been around for years. So Monica I don't know how to say your last name, but we're just gonna go with Gubo.
Gubo, that sounds good. Gumbo.
She is a
Gubo.
sales director. She sells a ton of products, and if she hasn't been the queen of sales before, she's been close. She's always on stage, top 10. She sells a lot of products, and she is famous in the Mary Kay world for her 50% off specials, and she's very strategic with them. So we always use hers. There are lots of people out there that copy them, create their own, but we always use hers, and she has a link. So Janet wants to know where to get the flyers. So Tracy, if you have the link that you can share, it's a link that stays the same. It does not change. So she actually updates it every month. And usually like the 28th of the month, it'll be updated for the following month. And you can, on this link, you can see the flyer, but you also can see tips. And she has a video that she made with like training. And so once you get this link, be sure to bookmark it because it will always be updated in the same place. But Tracy, if you have it handy, can you share it in the chat or in VoxerWorks somewhere? And by the way, I could tell that you're on your phone and we can hear you loud and clear. It is so much clearer than your computer. So Just a side note. Okay, so we are going to talk tonight about
I was done.
Don't forget to record.
yes, I'm about to hit record. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Recording in progress. Yay! All right, so
Yeah, I put my tooth back in my mouth.
don't do that
Why?
because you could swallow it and choke. All right, so that's the beginning of the training. Welcome. We're going to talk about overcoming fear and objections. Or not overcoming objections. Overcoming fear and self-doubt. Was it scary to pull your tooth out? But you did it anyway? Did you survive? Are you glad you did it? High five. Great start to our training.
No,
All right,
I
go
want
play.
to do it.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about fear and self-doubt. Has anyone ever felt any kind of fear
Me too.
or self-doubt?
Me too.
Okay. So we're not going to let that stop us, right? We are going to feel it. You know, we feel the fear and do it anyway. Fear is normal. And, you know, back in the day when we actually had to like hunt down our food and, you know, not get eaten in our sleep, the flight or fight
Look, Mom.
fear.
Look, feel it.
No, I'm good.
It
Was
feels weird.
Was very, very important, right? Because
Can I rip it?
sometimes we literally, yes, here, take it. Go play for just a little bit, okay?
I want the paper.
Here. Here.
I want a watercolor paper.
All right, go play.
I want a lot.
No,
Why? I want all the colors you have.
Olivia, you are taking up my time right now. All right, go. All right, so
Is that it?
yes.
What?
So fight or flight was important.
Yellow?
And, you know, sometimes we still live in fight or flight mode, even though we actually aren't in danger. Usually, I mean, as long as you're not playing in traffic, we're not typically in danger for our lives. Olivia, close my door. So I like to think of fear as there's lots of acronyms, right? You hear lots of acronyms for fear. One is false evidence appearing real, because fear feels real, right? It's not like we just make it up. Like we actually feel it. And another one that I like even better is face everything and rise. So there are lots of acronyms that we can apply to fear, but the fact is it's real and we feel it. And there are some fears in Mary Kay that are pretty common. One is a fear of rejection. Anybody kind of get scared, like if you have somebody that you know that you want to ask to host a party, or you're out and about and you see someone you'd like to warm chatter, but you have that fear of rejection, right? Anybody ever felt fear of rejection? There's a book, this is a side note, but there's this book. I absolutely love this book. It is so good. It's called Rejection Proof. I recommend it on Audible. The author reads it and it is just, it will blow your mind. Just listen to it. It's called Rejection Proof. I don't know how I came across it. I've read a billion books and I probably have a book for every subject that we could talk about. But anyway, fear of rejection. Who has a fear of failure where you're like, well, what if I do all this and it still doesn't happen? Right? And I will tell you really quickly, side note here, the only way that you can fail in Mary Kay is by quitting. So if you just make up your mind ahead of time that even if it doesn't work this time, you're gonna do it, you will not fail. And failure is just a stepping stone to success. A lot of times failure is just, what we view as failure is just a lesson, or there's something good that comes out of it. How about a fear of being pushy, where we're like, you just feel like you don't want to be pushy, right? How about a fear of success? Like, what if I get it and I can't handle it? What if I can't maintain it? I think a lot of times the fear of success, we don't even recognize it, but it's very real too. So there's lots of fears in the Mary Kay world, but let's just work on reframing fear. So fear, let's just look at fear as excitement in disguise. Isn't excitement in disguise a lot more fun than fear, right? When you feel fear, just be like, oh, I'm just excited, and then just go do the thing. So I'm going to give you some tips for like some practical tips for overcoming fear. And self-doubt too. But I also want us to share a couple of stories. So I've asked two ladies to share today. And I'm going to share a story of mine first, just really quickly. This is a very, very recent thing. And I actually just talked about this last week, but I want to share it again. I don't know, not all of you were on last week, but it just goes right along with this whole fear thing. So when I started my Mary Kay business, the things that scared me then aren't the same things that scare me now. Because the things that scared me then were things like making booking calls, like even just picking up the phone. The phone was like £1,000,000. I'm like, oh, this is so scary. Where now, I might get a little nervous to make booking calls, but at this point, I've probably made thousands. So it's really not that scary anymore. Or even like putting out a facial box used to terrify me. Now I'm like, they're always in my car. It's no big deal. If I see a place, I'm like, I'm going to take this box and can I leave this here? No big deal. So as your comfort zone grows, the scary things change. They're not the same as they once were. And now something that scared me recently was asking certain people, like straight up asking people that I knew to host a party for me. And so it was terrifying, and I can't remember exactly what triggered it. I don't know if it was training or something caused me to say, you know what, I just can't, like, what's the point of being scared of this? Some of these people I've known for years and not asked them to host a party. None of them I knew when I joined Mary Kay. I will say that. So when I made my chicken list in the beginning, your chicken list is not a one-time thing. It is absolutely not a one-time thing. I think sometimes we look at it as a one-time thing, but my chicken list in the beginning was literally like non-existent because I didn't have a network or a circle. So the people that agreed to host my first parties, guess what? None of them held. And I think that might be part of the thing now that's like a fear inside of me of like, well, they're probably not going to hold anyway, right? So why would I even ask? But I've been afraid to ask specific people to host a party for me. And so last week I asked, and I asked three people that scared me. Two of the three said yes. So I was super excited. Now I'm like, ooh, I already have another list in my head. I'm like, oh, I need to ask her and her. Oh, and she does this. And like, I have a lot of people. Now I'm like excited, right? So action turns fear into excitement. But you can also, before it even turns into that, just reframe it like, oh, I'm just excited. Yay. So I've asked Scarlett and Tracy to share really quickly just about overcoming fear and a time when they felt afraid and, overcoming it and how it turned out, or just what they've learned from that experience. So I'm going to have Scarlett go first, and I'm excited. So I'm so proud of you, Scarlett. I know what month did you join, by the way?
September.
September. Oh my gosh. So September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 6 months? Really? Oh my gosh. Yeah. She's been in Mary Kay for 6 months and she's in DIQ. So that is so exciting. So there's probably been some scary things. Like from the outside looking in the Mary Kay world, it's easy to think like, oh, wow, look at her. She got so lucky. She joined Mary Kay and like all this stuff just happened for her. That is not how it works. So, so Scarlett, okay, I'm going to mute myself and you go for it.
Okay, I'm going to go through these pretty quickly, but so I have three and I had to write these down so I wouldn't forget. But I wake up every morning with some kind of fear of something, right? So one of my first things was doing actually working women's appreciation. So I had everything ready. I'm going to go do this, and I go and I sit in my car. And you'll notice that there's a trend in each of these examples that I provide, right? Is there's this voice. You can't do this. You're not good enough. You'll never get anywhere. That's the enemy, right? So we've got to shut that down. So I did learn that from that. But so what I did is, I'm sitting in there, I'm shaking, scared to death. And I just said, you know what? I can do this. And I went in there and I did it. And so by doing that, I can go out on my own, I can meet new people, and I really feel like now I am empowering women because I'm showing them that you can go out and do this. And with that, I feel beautiful, confident, and empowered. I know I can do it. Okay, so my second example is getting my red jacket. And we were just speaking about this just a few moments ago. I needed 3 active team members. And when I tell y'all it was down to the wire, it was down to the wire. I had to ask for help, which is, I don't ask for help. I feel it's just weird for me to ask for help, but I did it. I reached out, I asked for help, and I had a person join and became active at, I think it was right at 6 o'clock that evening, which really wasn't to the wire, but it was for me because I like to be a day ahead. So, um, anyway, so I just kept reaching out, and if I would have let that fear win, I wouldn't be here right now, working towards my directorship. So here's my current fear, and it's my biggest one. Like, I don't know if you all know, but I have my master's in nursing and I wanted to be in leadership in my primary job, and I got overlooked, and it really hurt. But anywho, so my biggest fear now is wondering, am I going to get out of DIQ? There's that nagging voice saying, you know what? You have this fear of letting people down, including myself. People look up to me. I didn't realize people looked up to me. I didn't think I could be that person, but people do look up to me, and I'm afraid. I'm afraid to let you all down. And so, and I want to be a good leader for my team. I know that I'm a good leader, but that voice just comes back. It says, nope, you're not, you're not, you're not, you know. So instead of letting that fear paralyze me, I'm going to choose this as motivation to keep me going, to do it for each of you in the sisterhood, and for myself and for my family. And I think Wendy had mentioned that fear is a stepping stone, and you can't fail if you don't try. You know, you have to try. And, you know, I am strong enough to lead a team. And I just want to leave you with this verse. And it's Joshua 1:9. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. And I have to tell myself that every second of the day. So I believe in all of you. You could do it.
I love it, Scarlett. Yes, thank you for sharing and just sharing like the things that you even like took away and learned. And gosh, Scarlett, you have grown so much in 6 months, so much. And growth is painful. And I know it's painful. And the fact that you went through it so quickly in 6 months, which we're not done growing, but it was a lot in 6 months, means that it was even more painful. Because if we spread it out, it's a little bit less painful, right? But you had a lot of growth in a short amount of time. And so I'm so proud of you and I'm so excited. I know you're going to be a sales director. And I just love your story too of how God spoke to you that you were going to be a director. And, you know, isn't it funny how we don't always really know? Like we think we know, but we don't know because she thought she was going to be a director of nursing. Is that the right title? Um, but it's really not. It's something totally different and it's so crazy, right? But his plans are always so much better than our plans. And I'm so excited to be on this journey with you. And you're going to be a great sales director in our national area. And you are already inspiring so many people. So I'm just so proud of you. Thank you for sharing. Because even something like this, like sharing on a Zoom, can be scary, which I don't think it is for you because you love sharing. But, you know, sometimes
I'm
we're nervous,
shaking
like,
a little bit.
right. So like you had to face a little fear even to just talk here. So thank you for sharing. Okay, so let me fix this spotlight right quick. And we have Tracy. Okay, so Tracy, have you ever done anything scary in your Mary Kay business?
No.
She said, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna mute myself and I can't wait to hear from you.
Cheese.
Hello. I have done all the scary things. Having a Mary Kay business in itself has been scary. So it's not something that I ever pictured myself doing. But my sister pictured me doing it, and she spoke life into me, sitting at her dining room table, with Wendy the very first time I ever met Wendy. So, if y'all have ever heard me tell my story, that's part of it. So, and ladies, if you don't know that you can speak life into people, all you have to do is encourage someone. All you have to do is say, you can do it. That's all, those words, all you have to do is say, you can do it. And you may not think that that's a big thing. And I know I'm supposed to be talking about fear and overcoming that, but that's part of it. That is a part of it because I was scared and I have anxiety. Believe it or not, I do have anxiety about things. I have anxiety about speaking in front of people. I have anxiety about large crowds. I still have anxiety about large crowds and speaking in front of people. So um, you just overcome things like that when you have when you have faith in the Lord, like I do. And I promised myself I was not going to get emotional, and I'm trying to not because I only have 3 minutes. But my faith, my faith, it overpowers my fear. And I will tell you, in the beginning of my business, it did not. It did not, but I have come so much further in my faith because of my business. So the biggest story that I have is the second time that I became a director. We were at where were we? Where were we? We were at, I can't even think of the name.
Career
We were in
conference?
Dallas. We
Yep.
were in
Seminar?
Dallas.
Leadership? Career
We were at
conference? No,
seminar. I
not
don't
career
know why I
conference,
kept
seminar.
thinking
Okay.
career
Like
conference.
we got a few events. We've been to a lot of places.
I know. So we were in Dallas and we were at seminar, and I knew that, that was my next step, and I was in DIQ. And but y'all, there was just always something holding me back. And do y'all know what my biggest holdback is and my biggest fear? Do you know what the biggest thing holding me back is? It's me. It's me. I still hold myself back, y'all. I still hold myself back. And Wendy said something to me like this last time when I stepped down from when this all just happened, and I'm going back into DIQ when all this just happened. That's hard. This is hard. It's life. It's hard. And it's fear. There's fear in that. And I got scared again. And I'm like, okay, is this what I'm meant for? Is this what I'm supposed to do? And I'm scared. I'm really scared. And God, is this what I'm supposed to do? And y'all, he keeps telling me, yes. He keeps doing things. He keeps putting people in front of me. Things keep happening, and and this is where I'm supposed to be. And I say that Wendy said something to me, and it's just, I have to get out of my own way. And she said, Tracy, are you scared of succeeding? Is that what you're scared of? And maybe it is. Maybe that is what I'm scared of. And I never had thought about it that way because I think that you get scared, you get comfortable in one little place. You get comfortable and you keep doing things the same way, and and you get comfortable with mediocrity. And I'm not saying that that's okay. I mean, that's okay. But why can't we think bigger? Why can't we be okay with having bigger things and being more successful? That's okay. That's not being selfish. What if that's what God intends for us? And maybe I was scared of being successful. So I'm not scared of being successful anymore. I'm going for it. I've prayed about it. I'm putting it all out there. I'm putting everything out there. I'm working my tail off. I've got girls that are working their tails off. We are working our tails off. We're doing it. And y'all, yeah, am I still a little scared? Yeah, because things are scary. But I've got God on my side and I've got faith. And faith is bigger than fear. And I pray about it and I have my devotionals and I have my warriors and I have y'all. And I don't know what I would do without y'all. And I don't know what I would do without Wendy. And I don't know what I would do without Camila. And I don't know what I would do without Scarlett and Tiffany and Melissa and all these girls. I don't know what I would do without y'all. Y'all are my sisters. Y'all are my family. And I just don't know what I would do without this and God, because this is what can get you over that fear and that hump. And if you are scared, just reach out and just say, look, I'm scared of this. Be honest. Be honest about what you're scared of, even if it's, hey, I'm scared of talking to this lady that I see every day. I'm scared. Y'all, I've been scared of the same thing. Y'all think Wendy has it all together? She's scared of the same thing. Y'all, I was intimidated as heck of Wendy. She intimidated me. She did. And y'all can sit there and say she didn't intimidate y'all, but I know y'all lying because she intimidates. She's strong. She is a strong woman and she's put together and she's earned cars and she knows what she's doing. She's my favorite cat to follow. That's why you go to her. If you're scared of something, go to her because she's scared too. She knows what she's doing. Go to her, confide in her, ask her. You're supposed to reach up. If you need prayer, ask any of us. We'll pray. That's how you get rid of the fear. Talk to somebody. If you're scared, let's be scared together. Let's put the books on our heads like we did in our old tornado drills. Let's put the books on our head and be scared together. All right. I hope that helped. That just came right on out of my mouth, from my heart, out my mouth to your ears. I love y'all. I'm telling y'all, I just as raw as I could be.
Do you see Camila right now?
Love it. Love it.
Love it. And I love y'all. And Tracy, I'm so proud of you. You didn't cry. Good job. So, Tracy,
You
I'm
mean she
so
hadn't
proud of
cried
you.
yet?
Say what?
You mean she hadn't cried yet?
Yeah. Well, Tracy, listen. I know how hard it is to show up after being in a position and then not being in a position, and how hard it is to even just literally make an appearance. Like, not even speak, but even just being on this Zoom is brave and bold, just like you. And I'm so proud of you for showing up and for not giving up, because you do inspire people. You inspire me every day. And I know you know, we've been together in Mary Kay for years now, but I really feel like just the past couple years, I mean, we've just gotten so close, and I do consider you my best friend, and I love you, and I'm so thankful for you. And I Carla was right. And I know that a lot of the things that you've done in your business are scary, and you're always willing to, if you don't listen the first time, come back and say, you know what? I think I might do it the way you said now, instead of just retreating, right? Because that's hard too. It is. Because sometimes the people that are in leadership positions, they say things and we're like, well, that's good for you, but that's not going to work for me. And sometimes we do our own thing and then we realize, oh, maybe I should just try it this way. So thank you for showing up and for not giving up, because you are supposed to be a sales director in the Rise National area. And I just thought of this. Like, we just needed a fresh start. We are building a national area from scratch right now. It starts right now. And I'm so excited that y'all are the ones that I get to do it with. So we have our two DIQs, Camila and Scarlett. and our very soon to be DIQ, Tracy. And then we are working on 2 new DIQs April 1st, and that's Tiffany and Angel, who I'm going to get used to calling Angel eventually. And they are doing amazing things. And y'all, this is what we're doing. This is happening. So I'm so excited. So thank you, Tracy, for sharing. Okay, let me fix this. So, and by the way, I didn't know I was scary. I don't want to be scary. But when I joined Mary Kay, I was terrified of my sales director. I was like, she's on her car, she's making money. Like I get it. Like I get it because I felt the same way. But my job is to support you in whatever your goals are. Every single one of you, whether your goal is selling a little bit to friends and family, or whether your goal is to move into leadership and do more with your business, or even do a little bit more with your business and just share the products with more people. That's what I'm here for. And I just love this sisterhood. It's so powerful. So powerful. So in these last couple of minutes, I would love for some of you to share in the chat, but I would also love for you to unmute, at least a couple of you to unmute and just share a takeaway from Scarlett or Tracy, or just an affirmation for them. So affirming people is something that we're really big on in Mary Kay. And I know outside of Mary Kay, when that was new to me, I was like, that's weird. I don't know what to say. But don't be afraid. If something that they said touched you, I would love for you to unmute yourself and just share it really quickly. So who wants to share first?
I'll share. So I'm Carla. I know y'all don't know me, but I'm scared of everything. I'll just throw that out there right now. And my husband's with me. He'll vouch for me. If there's something that can be worried about, I can worry about it. And then I can worry about worrying about it. I can worry about things people have never even thought about worrying before. So I really appreciate tonight, because while it is great to learn how to do this and how to learn to do that and everything else that we learn on these calls, nothing gets done until we talk to somebody. Nothing gets done until we send that message, or we make that phone call, or we step up to somebody in the store, and give them a compliment, and then we engage in conversation. So if we don't get over ourselves, nothing's going to happen. So I appreciate tonight. I think it's been very helpful.
Yay! Thank you, Carla, for sharing. And just a shout out to Carla. She added a team member today, so that's super exciting. Congratulations. So I know that will officially be on next week's accomplishments, but that is so exciting. And thank you for sharing. And also, Carla, thank you for not giving up, for continuing to show up despite all the obstacles that you've had, not just in your business, because you've had obstacles in your business, but in your personal life, you continue to show up. So that's amazing. And it's an inspiration for all of us. Okay, who else would like? I think I saw Camila raise her hand.
Y'all already know I can relate on so many levels. The ups, the downs, the good, the bad, the ugly and indifferent. But bottom line is we show up, we get back up, do it again. We might stumble second, third, four more times after that. But it's the fact that you keep on going, especially because we all have a end goal that we want to achieve, and nobody is going to do it for us. It's going to take work to get there. There's going to be negativity. There's going to be distractions, life, kids, whatever. But at the end of the day, why are you here? What is the end goal that you're trying to achieve? Me? I'm going to be the first millionaire in my family, and not just to say just because I can. Like, I came from nothing. I came from hard work. That's what I ain't gonna say came from nothing. I meant to say I came from hard work. Nothing was just given or handed to me. I have worked for everything that I have accomplished. And I'm proud of that because I go out and get it. I want it, I'm gonna get it. And it's the bottom line. So don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on yourself. There's always people in the background cheering for you, and your goals is always attached to other people.
Thank you, Camila. I'm gonna have to have you share next week. Let's see what the topic is. And Camila, I got a whole new kid now. I don't, something happened, but so Camila, I am also so proud of you for continuing to show up and not give up. I mean, all of y'all are so inspiring because there are lots of people that you don't get to see who give up after small setbacks that are really just designed to help us grow, right? Because every time we fall down and get back up, we're stronger. Every single time we're stronger. And some people, they just throw in the towel so easily. And anybody who has built a successful business has had to fall down and get back up. So congrats, Camila, for for being in DIQ and continuing to keep going. Keep going. It's everybody is watching and everybody is inspired by you as well. So okay, let me fix this child, this girl. Look, she's pointing at you. That's you. Oh yes, Tiffany.
Yay, Tiffany.
All right, so I want to say thank you to everybody for sharing about fears and stuff. So it's actually helped me a lot tonight because I've been thinking about what's holding me back and things that I can do to change that. And I realized that there are some fears that I didn't realize I had. And so hearing your guys' fears kind of made me recognize my own. And now that I know what I'm facing, I can see that it's going to be a little bit easier for me to overcome that. So thank you, ladies. I really appreciate you sharing.
I love
it.
it.
I love it. Yay!
Tiffany, thank you for sharing. And thank you also for not giving up. Tiffany has been in our unit for, I mean, maybe a little bit of off and on, but
4 weeks.
It's really been 10 years.
10
years ago, she came into my unit. She knew me before any of y'all knew me. She knew the Wendy that was not scary at all. She was actually quite scared of everything, even her own shadow. So I am so proud of you for just being here and not giving up too, because I know I have zero doubts that you also are going to be a sales director in the Rise National area. So I'm excited to see you run. I know she's cute. Yeah, she's cute.
No.
But yeah, I remember you being so quiet and mousy when I first met you.
So I think Tiffany is one of the only people that can actually like confirm when I say I was afraid, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, you weren't afraid. Like, you're not scared of anything. But no, I had to grow into this person by going through the same things that you guys are going through, from facing disappointment, from no-shows, $0 parties. Oh, sorry, Tracy, intimidating, my bad. Scary, same thing. But congratulations, Tiffany. Tiffany, I'm so proud of you, because you, in the past, y'all, like Scarlett and Camila have really lit a fire in this unit, and Tiffany was like, oh no, no, y'all are not leaving me behind. And she got bookings. She went and booked the daycare promotions. She pulled out leads that she's had for a minute and booked them for parties, and she's already gotten new customers and potential team members. So I'm so excited. And DIQ April 1st is still the goal and is still 100% possible. Just put your blinders on and just go for it. Go for it with everything you got.
No.
And that's what she's doing. She's not making excuses. She's just going for it. So thank you, Tiffany, for sharing. So, okay, if anybody else, girl, you got to be quiet. If anybody else wants to share, you can share, since we're a few minutes over. If you have anything that you want to share really quickly, you can, but also you can put it in Boxer, because everybody's in Boxer. Stop. You got to stop. I'm almost done. So I do have a couple of really quick tips. One is, when you feel fear, use the 5-second rule. Okay. So the 5-second rule is, you do whatever it is that you're afraid to do within 5 seconds. And I heard a book, I can't remember what book it is, but you know, like I said, I've read a million books. But this book was a little different than others in that it said with the 5 second rule, you don't say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then do it, because in your brain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's like a continuance, right? Like you could keep counting 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you act.
5 to 8.
So instead of counting to 5, you count backwards from 5 and then you just do it. So if you see somebody at the grocery store that you feel like you're supposed to warm chatter, or if you want to put a facial box out somewhere, or if you want to ask someone to host a party, when that thought enters your brain, within 5 seconds, you do it. 5 seconds, you guys, because then you just do it and you overcome the fear, and action does cure fear. It absolutely does. And then the other thing I want to share really quickly, when it comes to fear of rejection, I want you to think about, I want you to think about that if you had a pack of gum and you were to, let's just say that all of us are in a room right now, and you had a pack of gum and you came around and offered every single one of us a piece of gum. Some of us, tell me like in the chat, what would you say? If I was to offer you a piece of gum right now, what would you say?
Yes.
Just put it in the chat. Well, of course you would say yes.
Yes.
But what would you say? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
No.
Here.
Thanks.
Go away.
Okay. Bye.
Should have done that a long time ago. Take it to the couch. Close the door.
No.
All right. Thank you and eat it. What's the flavor? Sure. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. So am I gonna, like, if this was me and I'm offering you gum and I got yes, please, thanks, but no thanks, no thank you, and then just eat it. What's the flavor? Am I like, wow, they don't like me because some of them said no. Right? No, we're not going to do that. So I want you to just remember that when people say, and then Heather's like, does my breath stink? You know, some people might be like, when you offer them a skincare session, they might be like, well, do I got wrinkles? What you trying to say? See, it's the same thing. They're saying no to the thing. They're not saying no to me. You're not telling me, no, I don't like you. I don't want your gum. You're like, no, I'm not interested in your gum. Or I'm only interested in your gum if it's a certain flavor. Or I'm allergic to gum. Or I have braces. I can't chew gum. We don't take it personally when we offer someone gum and they say no. So think about that when you're offering someone the opportunity to be part of your business, whether it's as a customer, a hostess, a team member. If she says no, or here's the other thing, has anyone ever put a piece of gum in your mouth and then you realize, oh, this is gross, and you spit it out right away? People come into Mary Kay and they realize they don't want to do Mary Kay. It's not about you. It is not something for you to take personal. And sometimes people buy our products and then they're using it and they decide they don't like our products anymore, or they don't want to pay the price for our products. It has nothing to do with you. So don't take things personally. So when it comes to overcoming fear, just take the action and don't take it personally. So I want to encourage you to do one thing scary, one scary step this week when it comes to your business. And that's going to look different for everybody, but I would love to know what your scary thing is. So I'm going to put this on gallery view for just a minute, which means you're all going to show up on the Facebook stream. And if you're still here, chocolate covered espresso bean into a plant. Okay. So we're 11 minutes over now. So we are going to hop off in just a second. But if you're still here and you're actually engaged and you're legit here, just put here in the chat. And I'm going to do a drawing. I love doing drawings. So let me get my wheel ready. Y'all might all be here. I mean, half of y'all I can see, so obviously y'all are here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, who hasn't said here? Oh, just kidding. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, so y'all are all here. Okay. Well, as I put you on this prize wheel, put in the chat just some, if you already kind of know what your scary thing this week is going to be, put that in the chat, whether it's asking someone in particular to host a party, whether it's inviting someone to join your team for just 20 bucks, whether it's following up with a customer, or like whatever it is. If you know what your scary thing is, put it in the chat really quickly. And then we can cheer each other on and hold each other accountable. Okay. All right, following up with people. Okay. All right, so going back through chicken list. All right, so just make sure if you're here that you say that you're here so you can go on my prize wheel, because I do think I might be missing somebody. Let me count again. I got Scarlett, Camila, Carla. Hold on, let me go back and forth. Let me put them both on my screen. I have more than that. Hold on. Oh, and for anybody who knows this is happening. The share call PDF is done. And it's perfect. I'm so excited. Okay, so we have Scarlett, Camila, Carla, Tiffany, Heather, Tracy, Katie, Angel, Melissa, Kathy. Who am I missing that said here? I think that's everybody that said here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Do you have Isis and did Janet, did they leave?
I think Janet got off. I'm looking through the people that said here.
Oh, okay.
Isis, are you still here? Okay. All right. So all right, I'm gonna share my prize wheel. Somebody's gonna win a prize. Who likes winning prizes? Me too. Here's my wheel. I'm gonna shuffle it. So Kathy won on Friday. She won a ooh, look how close that was. Yeah. That was literally like so close. Congratulations, Carla, you're getting a prize. So Kathy was on our product knowledge Zoom on Friday, and she won to go clear proof set, which is on the way. Kathy, it's in the mail, so that's super exciting. And Carla, congrats for winning a prize tonight. That's so fun. So just as a quick reminder, we do not have anything on Saturday because most of us are going to be at Career Conference in Charlotte. And if you still want to come with us, it is not too late. You can come with us and register on site. And if you want details about that, please let me know. We would love to have you with us. It's Friday and Saturday, and then we're coming back. But if you want more information, let me know. It's a place to go to be inspired and to hear from other women, just their inspiring stories. And some of these women, they came into Mary Kay with huge goals, but some just came in like, get the discount, friends and family. So no matter what your goal or your place in Mary Kay is, going to events is never a bad idea. And it's always a write-off. So if you want more information about that, please let me know and I'll be happy to get you more information. But thank you guys for being on. I hope y'all have a great rest of your night. I love you all so much. Go do your scary thing. And I will see you all on the next Zoom. So the next thing that we're going to do together, Ruth actually has a party going on right now if you want to hop on it. The glass skin, Hannah Brunner is going to be training on that. So if you want to learn about that, that'll be a really good training opportunity. But the next thing that we're doing together, I am the guest speaker on this week's, in 2 days, marketing Zoom on Thursday night at 8 p.m. So let's load that thing up with so many guests. Like, let's have like 50 guests on, you guys, and make it happen. I'm going to do the candy bar marketing, so you don't want to miss it. If you haven't seen that yet, it was hilarious last time. So let's do it. But y'all have a great rest of your night. Bye.